Hey guys, how are we doing? Happy Friday and welcome to this new list of email. As you might have noticed, I've added you to a tribe communications list of just so we can get stuff out to you as often as possible. You know, stuff we talk about in the office, alerts, updates, coaching, and I'm just checking into the gym at the moment. And what it is, it's before it gets ripped off the board and you haven't been and you've seen it, because sometimes, if you're not that fast, if you don't come down to the sessions and you miss some good coaching, that's an opportunity you might have missed for something really valuable for you to learn, to do, to acknowledge, to have awareness for. And I really want to make sure that every single member at FAST gets the coaching that we put out every single day. And you may have noticed that I haven't been around as much. I've been in the office a bit more and I've been a bit more strategic, and I put up a post out the other day. And what I'm trying to do is to amalgamate the world of training and coaching and make it far more accessible for you guys, far more transparent, and obviously trying to make it so you can get the most out of your fitness experience. And one of the things you will notice more and more is the guys, the trainers will ask you at the end of the session to come to the board and they will share something with you. It might be the board, it might be just a general short little snippet, and that is such an important part of our FAST training system. We have facilitate, accelerate, strengthen, and take home. And take home means that the small bit of focus that we give you at the end of the session that will allow you to progress how you're feeling, thinking, doing, nutritionally wise, exercise wise, focus wise, or even just looking at focusing on booking things that are going to make your life better. So without further ado, I'm going to talk you through. I can't see this very well because I've got some light in my eyes, but on the board there are some little bits about being a victim or a Viking. And this is something I learned from the Psychology of Body Transformation course I went on the other week. And that is where, in your life story, you're either victim or you're a Viking. And the victim story is the one you'll play out where you go, I can't lose weight, I should do more. It's not my fault that I keep missing meals. I'm never X enough, I'm never skinny enough, I'm never clever enough, or I'm not brave enough, or I'm not confident enough. I hope. Versus, and then also I have a problem. That is, if you spot any of that self-talk coming out in your daily life, well, that means you're behaving like a victim. Your life story is you're cannibalizing your efforts because you're telling yourself the wrong kind of stuff. If, for example, we have so many beautiful girls who come to Fast Ways to Fitness, great bodies, really lean, but all of a sudden they're telling us, like, I'm overweight, I've got loads of fat on me, they can't believe that. And what's actually happening is they've lost weight over time. They might have at some point as a young girl been overweight, had a bit of belly fat and called themselves fat or called themselves overweight. So they put I'm not skinny enough in that little subconscious story, started playing that out and doing reps on it. And all of a sudden it's a belief, because when you say something frequently enough and you do enough reps on it, it becomes a belief. We had a great session with Gavin, and Gavin taught us about giving a table legs to stand on. And when you give a belief enough legs, you've done enough reps on it, you can stand some heavy things on it. But what we need to do is change that belief. And part of it is changing our story. And the Viking will be saying, instead of I can't, it's I'm not able to yet. Okay, so instead of I can't eat clean, I can't give up sugar. Well, I'm not able to do it yet, but I'm working on it. It's just that small, tweak of what you're saying is going to have a massive effect on how you feel. I should, instead of saying I should, you're going to say I am, or when am I going to do this, and put it in your freaking diary, right? Because that's action. I should is when you add up all your I shoulds throughout the day, it becomes a massive to-do list of all the things you should. And that's what I call the scarcity sandwich, where you get up in the morning and say, I haven't had enough sleep, and you go to bed at the end of the night saying, I haven't done enough. I haven't done enough at the start and the end of your day. It's a scarcity sandwich, and it's going to lead you to feeling like you haven't done enough every single day. And it's taking a step out of that. It's not my fault. Oh, it's not my fault that I can't, I'm blaming other people, shirking responsibility for the things that you have ultimate control over and you need to take action over. And when you're 100% accountable, you can then start to make decisions about where your life is going. Otherwise, the blame culture, you're not ever going to own your decisions, and you're always going to feel like you're battling against someone else. So own that. This is a pertinent one, that I'm not enough. I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not clever enough, I'm not fit enough, I'm not rich enough, I'm not X enough, okay? If you're playing that story out in your subconscious, that is the thing that is going to drive you to the biscuit tin, because that's shame. I'm not, I am fat. You're not fat. Are you eyelash? Are you muscle? Are you butt cheek? Well, no, you're not fat. It's just a tissue on your body. It's saying I have fat and I'm dealing with that stuff. And what you need to do, if you want to address this, I'm not X enough, you need to start doing affirmations, okay? That's the way you start there. It's like every day answer that question, I am, and do a nice positive rep. The conversation I had after this session, giving this to the 10:30 group, was that it's that you wouldn't say half the things you say to yourself to someone else. So what the first step is, starting to speak to yourself like you would speak to someone else. You would never say, you bad egg, you fat cow, you stupid person, you idiot, to someone else. You very rarely would say that unless you're really close with them and your partner or something. But you shouldn't even be saying it to them, right? So what is a case of sitting in a coffee shop or sitting alone, or just getting yourself a diary like the 5-minute journal I talk about all the time, and writing in there, I am clever, I am smart, I am beautiful, I am getting a better body. Start putting for evidence every single day for stuff you actually are. I hope versus I will. I hope the weight changes. Oh, really? Is it going to change if you don't do anything about it? If you don't change the status quo? You will never ever be judged unless you're changing the status quo. If you don't want to be judged, stay the same. But if you want us to change the status quo, then people will start saying, oh my God, they've changed. I've had people saying to me, I've changed. Of course I've changed. I'm trying to make my life better. I'm trying to operate in a different way. It's a problem versus it's a test. And if you always see things as problems, like I couldn't go home to get my breakfast today because I just had back-to-back clients. So I thought, right, this is not a problem. It's a test. I've got to change the way that I focus my nutrition in order to get the things I want out of my day. So this is really important, guys. This is it's actually rewriting that story of the victim versus the Viking. I'm trying to get the board in here, but you can't actually see it. So what I want you to do, guys, is have a little think about that. Is this some of the story stuff that you need to address? I will be doing a webinar on this, not next week, the week after. But I thought it was a really, really good video to start off with. It's very deep. And it's a really, really good one to start you on on the right road to change if you are starting to play out some of those victim stories. And the first point of awareness for me is like, it's not my fault. Actually, was a really, really big thing for me. Like, I actually started looking at, if I leave clothes on the floor, if I leave dishes on the side, that is me disrespecting Sean's time. And then if I start, Sean goes, why haven't you done this? Oh, I'm busy. I'm just saying it's not my fault. It's totally my fault. So I've got to own that, and just owning that a little bit more is making. I'm by no means no perfect boyfriend at all, fiance. But at the same time, what I'm doing is I'm starting to become far more accountable, and my integrity is going up as well. I'm making small changes. I'm being better, but I'm not there yet. See, I'm not saying I should be a better boyfriend. I'm saying, I am becoming better. So. I hope, anyway. I might be wrong. So it's a case of looking at this stuff, guys, having a think of it if it applies to anything that you need help with, and getting in touch with your coach. Speak to George, speak to Rob, speak to Guy, speak to myself, and we've got skills, strategies, and structures to help you change this story. And hopefully this will resonate with some of you. I know we sat around the board, a couple of us, and we had some nodding heads. And it's always easier to get in touch with a little Facebook message or a little email saying, yeah, do you know what, that really meant, it really helped me. Because when we were sitting in a group, sometimes it's really hard to put your hand up and say, hey, that's me, I'm doing that thing. But actually what it is the more we do that, the more we say, hey, that's me, I've got that pain. And when we watch other people in the group put their hand up, that's when we realise the strength in our tribe. It's like, shit, I'm not the only one that has this crippling thing where I feel like I've never done enough work every single day. I'm not the only one who struggles feeling like I should do more every single day. I'm not the only person that hopes for weight change and struggles to take action. And then when you realise it's not just you in the struggle, it's magic, because you start having good conversations with other people. Hey, do you know how are you getting on with that? So thanks for watching the video. Expect more kind of coaching videos, little snippets, little infographics and stuff like that we've got lined up. And like I said, we're still working on the structures and the systems behind all our coaching to deliver the best quality, value, structures and environment for you guys to get some great results. Cheers for watching the video, guys. Have a great Friday, and I hope Wales stuff the hell out of England.